Hello there. I'm Alicia Turner. I'm your instructor for Civil Litigation 115. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I went to San Diego State. I also spent a year going through some of the community colleges affiliated with the San Diego Community College District. I got my master's degree at Cal State Long Beach, and then I went on to UCLA for my paralegal program. I have worked at some pretty large law firms. I've also worked at some smaller law firms. I have been in civil litigation for the last 16 years, and I actually love what I do. I've worked for third-party administrators. I've worked for school districts. I've even worked in a corporate legal department. After I got my master's degree, I was getting sort of burnt out on school. And I thought law school's another 3 to 4 years, paralegal school's only a year. And since I had a fascination with the law, it seemed like going to paralegal school was sort of a natural transition for me, especially since some of my favorite TV shows literally are Perry Mason and Law and Order. So what does a typical day in the life of a paralegal look like? First thing I do in the morning is I read and respond to my emails. This pretty much will set the tone for the day on what needs to be done, and if there are any last minute rushes, and I spend the morning trying to put out fires that occurred from the time I left the night before. Then I look at my calendar to see what's going on today and the rest of this week and kind of look ahead towards next week. Then I actually start to get to work. Sometimes my day can involve doing the first draft of discovery and responding to discovery. I might have some subpoenas to get out. I might need to summarize some depo summaries, depo transcripts that have been done. Do I need to prepare some client correspondence? Are there any medical records or employment records that need to be summarized? If we're getting ready for trial, I might be getting binders together. I might be getting binders ready for hearings or depositions, or maybe it's a motion. Maybe I'm doing some research, or maybe I'm just asking some questions that have come up during some of those emails I looked at earlier. If we're getting ready for trial, we've got trial prep meetings. We might be driving to the trial site, looking for our war room. If we're going out of town, I need to know where the hotel is. What's the approximate, how close is the hotel to the courthouse? Where will we have a war room? If I have exhibits that I need to get in and out of the city, how do I go about that? I start preparing witness binders. Each witness has his or her own binder. Then I start looking at making trial director clips, and those will be related back to each of the different witnesses. I have to look at how our witness is going to get to and from the courthouse. How are the witnesses going to get to and from where we're out of town, the hotel. Then we start looking at the witness list and preparing the witness list and revising the witness list.